Let's begin by asking the obvious question, what is a contraction? To contract means to make smaller. And a contraction is when we combine two or more words into one word using an apostrophe. We do this because it makes it easier to say the words. For example, instead of I am, we often just say I'm. Instead of we are, we just say were. Instead of does not, we say doesn't. And instead of did not, we say didn't. These are just a few of many examples of contractions. When can you use contractions? Well, you never have to use contractions. They are never required. They are considered informal. So generally speaking, they are more appropriate while speaking than while writing. For formal writing, like the kind you would do on an English proficiency test, or in an academic setting like on an essay, or in a professional setting like an important email to your boss, don't use contractions. Again, they're considered informal, so they're not appropriate for formal writing. For formal speaking and informal writing, and formal speaking is what you would do on an English proficiency test or in a school presentation or business presentation, and informal writing would be something like an email to a friend or family member. Then the following contractions will be appropriate. This is a long list, so I'm going to go through pretty fast. Instead of it is, it's its. Instead of I am, it's I'm. And we have I'll, I've, I'd, you've, we've, he's, she's, he'll, she'll, will, they'll, you'll, you're, there, he's, she's, isn't, aren't, don't, doesn't, didn't, can't, aren't, wasn't, weren't, hasn't, haven't, hadn't, won't, couldn't, and shouldn't. For informal speaking and very informal writing, so this is basically slang, here are the contractions that you can use. Instead of here is, you can say here's. Instead of there is, you can use theirs. You can also use that'll, what's, what'll, where's, who'd, how's, what've, gimme, and I put gimme here in quotes because gimme is not a real word. It doesn't exist in the dictionary, so it's definitely slang. Gotta, kinda, and wanna. So let me recap the key things to know about contractions. First, remember contractions are never required. 2, in formal writing, do not use contractions. So in other words, on an English proficiency test or in an academic essay, don't use contractions. Do not use contractions. Number 3, don't spend too much time memorizing contractions because you will learn them naturally as you listen to English, say as you are watching TV or practicing with other people in real life. So don't take time to go through the lists that we just looked at of the contractions and try to memorize them. There are far better things and grammar concepts that you can spend your time studying and memorizing that will help you to improve your English a lot more than memorizing contractions.